But just to clear the air, in recent times there's been some statements that were made that may have been misconstrued or however, in the talking about the level or the living conditions in Liberia in comparison to other places around the world. Could you just give a little bit of insight into that?
Well, okay, I'll start from the origin. We're on Facebook, and this one guy had posted a picture of a very beautiful dog, gray, sheen, nicely brushed down and everything. And I was kidding with him. I said, if that dog were in my community, we'll kill that dog and eat it because we're suffering. We ain't got no food, and you're playing around with a dog, right? So, he started getting concerned because he thought I was really serious about what I do. He started talking about the stuff he does for his dog and blah blah blah. So I was like, let me go on the internet and pick something up. So I searched on dogs and dog care and standard of living for dogs and all that kind of stuff, and it was just phenomenal. The range of what people spend for their dogs on a monthly basis, compared with what Liberians live on. Less than $1 a day, 75% of the people, and 52% live on less than 50 cents a day. So I made a statement. I said the standard of living of dogs in America is better than 75% of Liberians in Liberia, and that's a fact. They can't refute the statistics, but people, government stooges and other people are saying, oh, dogs don't provide for themselves, etc. But dogs are protected. You cannot abuse a dog in America. You know the story of Michael Vick, right?
So what you say, your underlying point was to, what did you want people to get out of that statement?
What I'm trying to get out of that is, in this country, dogs are protected. There are laws to protect dogs from regards to healthcare, from regards to how you treat them and food. But in our own country, our people don't have that same benefit and that same privilege. And their standard of living is extremely poor. To live less than $1 a day, while other people, are making $15,000, $20,000, and not justifying those salaries. I don't begrudge anybody the salary they make. Don't get me wrong. If you qualify, you make the money, that's fine. But that disparity in the system, there has to be something that people should suffice for. So there are a couple of people who are upset with that statement. Just today, somebody linked me to some poster about a new report that Americans, like 1.65 million households in America, are living in extreme poverty, which is for them is $2 a day, right? About $2 a day, and there's a reason for that, right? So people keep trying to find these justifications why poverty is okay, but it's unacceptable.
Well,
totally.
I think if there's anything that people can get out of it is, despite how hurtful it may have been, we have to address the fact that something's wrong. That there are people in Liberia who are living day-to-day survival, and I think it will be hard pressed to find anybody who could dispute that there's not something that
they're still trying to dispute it, and they're trying to impugn my reputation and character and saying there was a lady who came by. Because people on Facebook, after I made a statement, they wrote articles to Front Page Africa. I was comparing Liberian to dogs, etc. And that was not what I was doing, because I'd be comparing myself to dogs. But yeah, dogs in America, yeah, some of them that stand are living better than mine, no question. Yeah, I have a nice house, I have a nice, I have cars, everything's going fine for me. But that doesn't mean that I live better than some of the dogs in America. I know Martha Stewart dog live better than me. Obamacare lives better than me. So.
There's a story about a lady who died, and she had, her dog got $12 million. Nobody could take the money because it was in the dog name. $12 million. But
one other lady in Liberia was even joking. She said, "I told my dog, my dog coming around. I said, man, get up from here, man. Your friend in America making money, and you." So it's a serious thing. I mean, I know some people perceive that dogs are the lowest form of life in Liberia. Whatever, it's because we make it that way. But there are people who treat their dogs in Liberia very well.
I think at the core of this, despite him, whatever the case may be, is about, dignity, life.
Exactly.
And yes. What can we do?
So that's my point. Solutions.
So solutions, yeah. Which brings us to the next stage right now. We've been talking about, where Liberia has been. What can you say about Liberians on ground, at home, working with Liberians abroad? How important is that in terms of Liberia's future?